I'm done.
Yeehaw! Hello, my name is Christine and welcome to today's video. I want to tell you about two things I know for sure. Number one, if you're going to be cooking with red food, you need to wear a dark shirt. Can't tell you how many white and very light gray and tan shirts I have ruined due to tomato products spattering on my clothes. Number two, when it comes to feeding a big family on a budget, one of my favorite things to use are beans, and one of my favorite dishes to make is chili. So today we are going to do feeding a family on a budget. We're making homemade chili. It's delicious. It's one of my favorite meals. You can make a ton for cheap. You can freeze it, you can bulk prep it, you can add whatever you want in it and it's gonna taste good. And because it was gonna help me clean out my freezer, okay, that's actually where the idea stemmed from, because I opened my freezer and I was like, what are all these things in my freezer? We should use them to make chili. It's one of my go-tos, it's something I had all the time as a kid, and I'm going to show you my recipe, I guess, but it's kind of different every time I make it because I just throw crap in a pan and let it cook. One more thing I like about chili is the longer it sits in your fridge, the better it tastes as the flavors come together. So let me introduce our cast of characters. I have 1.5 pounds of hamburger ground beef, locally grown. Can you grow a cow? Words are hard. Grass-fed, grass-finished, etc., good for you beef. I do like to bulk cook dried beans in my Instant Pot and then freeze them for when I'm ready. So I have probably equivalent to 3 cans of, these are kidney beans here. My favorite bean for chili is, what did I say? These are pinto beans. My favorite bean for chili is kidney beans. I didn't have that in my freezer, so we're just gonna go with these. It'll be fine. It does not matter what bean you use whichever one you like. And the canned ones are also fine. One of the secrets to a really great chili is to start a garden, grow tomatoes, and then freeze them yourself. I don't know why, but homemade chili with garden grown tomatoes is infinitely better than any canned tomato you will ever find in the grocery store. I don't know why that is, but it is the truth. Because I'm planning on making a large batch of chili, I have 3 of these quart-sized bags. They're all full. I grew them all myself. This one thawed a little bit more. I had originally gotten out 2, these 2, which are more thawed, and then I figured that doesn't look like enough to me, so I'm gonna do one more. 3 quarts of tomatoes for this one, because like I said, we're going go big or go home. A couple of other things that you are gonna need is onions, garlic, celery, chili powder. Let me show you mine. Where'd it go? I just brought it upstairs. I can't remember where I got this one. Some kind of bulk store. I do like just to use chili powder, salt, pepper, crushed red pepper flakes if you're feeling sassy. If you have jalapenos, bell peppers you got hanging around in your crisper drawer, chop them up and throw them in. This is kind of like a clean out your vegetable drawer kind of a dish. I like to use, we'll get into that in a minute. Anyway, right now I'm just gonna chop the veggies. Everyone keeps telling me that there's these different methods to not cry when you chop onions. Some people said breathe through your mouth, and some people said light a candle next to the onions. I'm gonna do both and see if it works. Wish me luck. I did both, and I'm gonna go with a no. Not crying yet. Am I more sensitive than other people? I don't know what it is. The candle doesn't work, breathing through your mouth doesn't work for me. There's proof. Oh my gosh, my eyes hurt. Goggles are the only way this is gonna work. I am starting with my large 9-quart soup pot on a burner and a little bit of oil to get it going, and my 1.5 pounds of ground beef. This might be close to 2 pounds. I can't really remember because it doesn't say on the package. Let that cook for a little bit and then add in your onions, celery, bell pepper, jalapeno, whatever vegetables you're using. I'm just going really basic in this one. Grated in about 3 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna cook that all together until the onions and celery is about done. Then comes the chili powder, and I do use a lot. So in this one I used a heaping 1/4 cup of chili powder. And the rest, okay, can we talk about this sauce right here? The Lee & Perrins. In my last video where I talked about not knowing how to say it and people tell me different things, I cannot tell you how many people in the comments said, this is how you pronounce it, and they all said different things. Like you guys all said different things. Some people said Worcester sauce. Some people said it's exactly the way it says. Some people said Worcester sauce. Some people said, where's your sister sauce? And everyone said that they were right. And I think it's so funny that even between, like, I'm asking your opinion and no one can agree. And I just think it's hilarious. So I'm just going to call it, what's this here sauce? Because I thought that was the most, the most relatable for me. Okay, time to simmer the chili for about 30 minutes. Okay, we have simmered for about 30 minutes. So here's the consistency. I'm going to add the beans now. My tomatoes, which were in large chunks, are kind of disintegrating. The pinto beans are in, and I notice actually doesn't look like there's that many beans in here. We're gonna add a ton of black beans as well. I just pulled these out of my freezer, and so I'm gonna run this under some warm water just so I can get them out of here and dump these in as well. Because why not? My black beans are pretty frozen. We'll just let them sit in there for a little bit, and we'll check on them in like 10 minutes. Here is about my completed dish. I just tasted for salt and added about a 1/4 teaspoon more because I had added so many beans that were not salted because I made them myself out of dried beans. The best news is if I let it sit for a day, it's gonna taste better. And we like to serve ours over rice and with cheese and sour cream and chips, but you don't have to do it that way. You could serve it over baked potatoes. You could just serve it like this with no rice. Stretches a meal. We did it a lot in my family, so that's how we eat it. You could just do cheese and chips. I don't really know how to eat chili without chips. Is that a thing? Who here eats chili without chips? I would like to know. And like I said, I would have preferred to have kidney beans, but I just didn't have any this time. This will be sufficient. I will have this chili recipe linked down below for you. It goes to my website. Like I said, please taste it for salt and add a little bit more if you need to. You probably won't if you use canned beans, but if you use dried beans, you probably will. And you got some jalapenos, got some bell peppers hanging around, throw those in too. You can kind of put in whatever you want within reason. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. It's the next day, and for lunch, I thought I'd eat chili. I'm just gonna eat and chat with you for a minute about this box over here. I get comments all the time about how small my portions are, but I need to point out the size of the bowl because this is a very large bowl. I should measure how much fits in here. Maybe it looks small in the bowl, but like it's very big. So I have some sour cream and just a couple chips on my chili, and I made rice because I serve it with rice. Like I said earlier in the video, I think my flavors turned out really good. I think I could probably still use a little bit of salt just because I added the rice and the rice isn't salted, you know? But I want to talk to you about this. This is a Christmas gift for, I think, all of my boys from their grandmother. And it came today, so she got them a Kiwi Co box. This one is for Ryan. So do I open it and rewrap it? That's what I don't understand. And have you done these before? I think it's a great idea from a grandparent. This box contains more than one crate. What? Or maybe I do open it. I've seen ads for these, and I think I've seen other people have them and stuff, but I've never tried them myself. Oh, there are 2 in here. Okay. She got them a 3-month subscription for Tyler and Ryan. Those are my 2 youngest boys. So I will wrap these in paper and put them under the tree from Grandma. That's a good idea. This is the Tinker crate, and it's taped, so I'm not gonna open it. Which I think is like building and stuff. The Doodle crate, which is art stuff. Any kind of subscription box these days, I think would be like a fun gift idea. Do you guys ever eat chili like this? You like make nachos? I feel like I could use more kick, more spice. I didn't have any jalapenos, but I'm kind of wishing I did. But I could add more hot sauce. I think that, I usually add way more hot sauce. So after I'm done eating this lunch, I guess I'm gonna go wrap some Christmas presents. Who does the wrapping in your house? You, your partner, your kids? I do it in my house. I actually like it. I'm not great at it, but I'm okay at it. I just like the pretty paper. I like the surprise. I like surprising other people. And it's fun, so I enjoy it. Go get a drink, I think. I am thirsty. Finish this, get to wrapping. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.